Hi guys, how are we? And the Glasses gang temporarily, just due to all the screen time that we're all doing, as I'm sure you know. Anyway, wanted to jump on guys to run you through eating and bad foods and maybe expose PTs a wee bit as well. So I had a McDonald's today. I think why it's important that we jump on and we chat about things like this is because people see McDonald's as a bad food. It's not the most nutritious food, definitely not, and it's not something we should be eating every day. But having one bad meal is not going to affect my week whatsoever. A lot of people have one bad meal and then write off the full week. The reason that a PT or like someone training or whatever, people feel that they can get away with it more is because they're training a lot more than the average person, which is definitely true. However, the real reason is because they're accountable for it. I know that McDonald's I had today I'm going to be completely accountable for. I know what I need to do throughout the week. I know what my steps need to be. I know what I'm not having tonight and what I'm going to now need to have due to that. And that is one of the reasons why. Even though I've had a McDonald's, I'm still going to log it. That's probably another thing that you want to take into account. Often when you think you've had a bad food, you don't want to log it, you don't want your PT saying that you've logged it. There's not really anything as a bad food, there's just food that is obviously preferred. I think as soon as you start saying to yourself that's a bad food and I can't have that, it's kind of like that kid effect. You want it even more as soon as it's taken away from you. So yeah, just be accountable for what you're having and measure it as well. Like we always say, what you measure gets managed, guys, and that is definitely a massive point for you to take into account. One thing I think McDonald's are doing very good now is they're actually putting the calories on the food for you. You've actually got your scan codes as well for you to go on and scan it into MyFitnessPal. So stuff like that we didn't really used to have, so it's something I would recommend that you take advantage of and put into full use. You're probably going to find if we're going to stick a wee chart up. I mean, if you, what it's really about when you're having bad foods and you're going to have it regardless is damage limitation. That's really the penultimate thing that we want to be looking for. So and you can just literally swap a few things about, and that's going to allow you to bring your calories down substantially and obviously allow you to have that cheat meal that you were going to have anyway. So yeah, damage limitation is probably the next thing that you need to take into account. So to touch back on an earlier point that we were saying, make sure that you actually log your foods if you are having what you would deem as a bad food, and just subtract it from your overall calories, the calories that you've had set for you. Let's say for example I got McDonald's, I'm going to put a wee chart in for you as well so you can get a look at maybe some better options and stuff like that you could pick with it. So anyway, let's say I had 800 calories at McDonald's. Yeah, a large chips is 400 calories. McChicken sandwich to about 3, maybe 4, and then a drink as well. So there you go, 800 calories, right? So what I would make sure I was doing throughout that day, or that night even, is that the calories I then go on to have marry into that. So that's something I would take into consideration. The last thing I would say to you is plan ahead. For me, I knew I was going to get McDonald's before I'd went to golf today, and what that allowed me to do, like we said, is plan ahead so that it's not complete overkill when you get that McDonald's. So I'd had my snacks and that planned out beforehand, so that when I go to McDonald's, like I was saying, it's not going gun ho. So that's a couple of things for you to take into consideration. Don't be emotionally attached to foods that you have. As soon as you start refraining yourself from certain foods, again, like we said, it's like that kid in a sweet shop. As soon as he's told he can't have this or that is the exact ones that he or she is going to want. So just a wee bit of food for thought for you guys.